Right here, down. Protect your out. We put the work in. Let's finish. Let's do this. Family, I'll do 1, 2, 3.
You see, we dream chase, cause that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
What's going on, Eagles Nation and TMTP family? Welcome to the Main Thing Podcast presents. It's your boy, Mr. Owens. And after further review, the call stands. I'm still official with no stripes. Welcome back to another episode of the Main Thing Podcast presents. Happy Sunday to all my blessed people, to our supporters, to our loyal supporters. Welcome back. To our new supporters, welcome to our community and channel. I have some interesting, very, very interesting topics that I want to discuss with you all today. But before we get into that, make sure to continue to like these videos, continue to flood those comment sections. Remember to share and subscribe to our community and content. And last but not least, don't forget to turn on the notification bells so you don't miss when we drop this pressure on y'all, all right? But look, back to the main thing. Remember, we always got to keep the main thing the main thing. So the topics today that I would like to discuss is A.J. Brown's off-season grind and also PFF's NFL wide receiver rankings heading into the 2025 season. That one right there is mind-blowing, but you'll see what I mean once I get to that list and reveal. So one of the main things I wanted to discuss today was A.J. Brown's journey to a gym that was labeled and is labeled the world's most dangerous gym. That gym being Diamond Gym, located in Maplewood, New Jersey. For those who aren't familiar, it's about an hour and a half or so from the Philadelphia area. So this gym is known for its dog park mentality out of those walls. The workout regimen in there is a brutal one. It tests your mind, body, and soul. And A.J. Brown wanted to put that to the test. So Haddy Abdel, who is a known fitness expert and kind of a coach, he's very known on TikTok, but him and his team at the Diamond Club wanted A.J. Brown to come and work out with them. They always have respect and things like that for each other. So A.J. reached out to Haddy on TikTok, and they had some conversations and things like that and got A.J. Brown into the Diamond Club to experience the world's most dangerous gym session. While in there, they had a lot of workouts that consisted of like shoulders and back and chest and legs. So some of those specific workouts included side lateral raise with the machine, standing barbell press, also push-ups, and then some deadlifts included into that. They were pushed to their limits. I know they were doing sets of 15 on the barbell pushes and also in the push-ups, but with the deadlifts, they varied between 10 to 15 and then came down the heavier the weight increased. But man, looking at that workout, that motivated me to get in the gym after looking at that intense workout. And AJ thanked everybody for letting him come and work out with them and seeing what their workout is like. And he just said basically he focuses on looking back at his childhood, the limited opportunities that he had in his childhood. He said that he always wants to go out and compete to be the best, not only the best player, but be the best person. And I admire AJ for that because his work ethic is unmatched. It's not too many players in the NFL that compete like AJ Brown, who work like AJ Brown. And it's no shock that AJ Brown is the best receiver in the NFL, one of the best in the NFL. But I definitely want you guys, if you all haven't or weren't able to see the video, look, check it out. I'll put the link down in the description for you all. It's right here on YouTube, but feel free to check that out. It's definitely worth a look. And shout out to AJ, of course. Shout out to Haddy Abdel, and also the Diamond Gym team. Now, after all that exciting workout talk, it's only right for us to get into the next main thing that we came here for, and that is the wide receiver rankings headed into the 2025 season. I saw this article on PFF. Also will link that in the description section as well. But this was an article written by Trevor Sickerman. Hopefully, I'm saying the name correctly. But he's the lead NFL draft analyst and also the co-host of NFL Stock Exchange at PFF. So his primary role is to analyze NFL draft prospects and provide in-depth scouting reports. So I wanted to mention again before I get into this list that we have the best duo of receivers in the NFL, arguably in Eagles history. But in current day, you have the likes of the guys down in Miami, the Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddles, and then you also have the guys in Cincinnati, that being Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. But when it comes to Swole Batman and Skinny Batman, who would you rather have today? Those two I just named, or the other combinations that are either in Miami or in Cincinnati? If I had to bet my last dollar, you're going to have to put that on AJ and Smitty, and rightfully so. So now getting into the list of the wide receiver rankings headed into the 2025 season, of course, it's no surprise that Arthur Juan Brown is the number one wide receiver going into the 2025 season, the year that he had, even being on a run-heavy offense. It's no shock that he still commands the respect that he commands, and he hopes that a defensive coordinator trusts their number one corner to leave him one-on-one with AJ, because if you do that, y'all already know it's Curtis. It's rap. It's barbecue chicken. You see what I'm saying? But we all know that AJ Brown, one-on-one, he's unstoppable. He's unguardable. And here's an excerpt from PFF with Trevor saying that Brown dominates defensive backs across the board, but his success against single coverage especially is notable. He earned the highest receiving grades versus single coverage in 2024 with a grade of 96.6, and leads the league in that category over the past 3 seasons, stemming from 2022 to 2024 with a 97 grade. He can win in every way and against any defense. That's what Trevor Sickerman had said on PFF regarding AJ Brown and why he gave AJ Brown that ranking. AJ Brown consistently, again, is on the quest to be the best. It's not hard to see why AJ Brown gets so much hate and admiration from people, because when you're at the top, when you're great, people are going to hate and people are going to want to bring you down. Hence why you see the media attacking AJ Brown the way that they usually do. And that's wrong. Of course, any alpha receiver is going to want the football. Any alpha receiver feels like they can make a play. When their number is called, they want to be the one that make that play. And AJ Brown embodies that. Every time we need a big play, AJ is there in that moment of the game. But now this is where it gets kind of tricky, right? So, um, on the list, of course, I forgot to mention in tier one, you have Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, with AJ Brown in tier one. But this is where it gets tricky, right? So Devontae is listed in tier number 4. Okay. Um, he's earned receiving grades between 77 and 83.5, 83.5 being his highest career receiving grade this year in 2024. Over his 4-year span, Devontae has had hovered around a 40% contested catch rate, which is excellent. That's almost 50%. Like that's 10% away, but 40% contested catch rate is incredible. That means that every time it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, you're coming down with that catch. Not to mention his 916 yards and 5 touchdowns in his rookie season in 2021. In his second season, he finished with 1,196 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2022. His third season, he finished with 1,066 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2023. And finally, he finished this season with 833 yards and 8 touchdowns. Mind you, he's missed 2 games this year because of a concussion suffered in the Saints game, and then the hamstring that was just lingering and nagging him that he had to sit out. With all that being said, Devonta Smith only needed 167 yards to eclipse another 1,000-yard season. With all this being mentioned, he is ranked 17th. I don't understand how. I give you these stats. You film doesn't lie. You see what he does on game day, and you rank him the 17th best receiver headed into the 2025 season. He's in a tier no disrespect, all right, y'all. No disrespect. But again, when we're talking sports, we're talking competitiveness. And at the end of the day, it's what have you done for me lately? It's not what have you done for me over the career. And he's in a tier with Chris Godwin from Tampa Bay, Brandon Ayuk, who just got his contract with the San Francisco 49ers, DJ Moore with the Chicago Bears, Jalen Waddle down in Miami, Ladd McConkey with the Los Angeles Chargers, DK Metcalf, who just got paid in Pittsburgh with the Steelers, and then Chris Olave down there with the New Orleans Saints. Now, again, no disrespect to those that I just named. There's some fine players that I just named that get busy on game day as well. Now, the challenge flag and the issue with this list comes with Smitty being ranked behind Detroit's Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Los Angeles Rams, Puka Nacua, the Dallas Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb. Boo. Nah, but CD, I respect CD. CD's a solid receiver. Nico Collins of the Houston Texans, Tyreek Hill of the Miami Dolphins, Brian Thomas Jr. of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Mike Evans of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Terry McLaurin of the Washington Commanders, Drake London of the Atlanta Falcons, Malik Neighbors of the New York Giants, and finally Devontae Adams of the Los Angeles Rams. Now, Mike Evans, Scary Terry, Devontae Adams, their resume does speak for themselves. But again, let's remember, this is what have you done for me lately, and not what you have done for over the career. Mike Evans and Scary Terry have had consistent years, year in and year out. So I can see where they are and why they are at the place they are on this list. With Devontae Adams, he is, Devontae Adams, what he gives you and what he can bring. Dating back to his time in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, and then his stint here with the Las Vegas Raiders. He hasn't had the best few seasons, and that could be attributed to the quarterback situation in Las Vegas. They haven't had a steady quarterback in years, but now he's with the Los Angeles Rams and Matthew Stafford. So we'll see what he does this season. But the list that Trevor compiled is going off of what these players have done in their career. And I thought that this list was where these players are headed to in the 2025 campaign. So let me question, are these guys, are the other guys better than Devonta Smith? Now, it can be an argument. Some of these players might be better than Devontae headed into the 2025 campaign. Amon-Ra St. Brown, you contributed to the scheme that he's in Detroit. Puka Nacua, he's up and coming with the Rams. Of course, they have Sean McVay, who is a very, very creative offensive play caller. CeeDee Lamb, you know what he does down in Dallas, being the number one threat there. And we see him, 2 times a year on an average. Nico Collins, I'm kind of hesitant on that one with the Texans because Nico Collins is a solid receiver, but I haven't seen him do it on a consistent level, in a consistent basis like a Devonta Smith. Tyreek Hill hasn't been the same Tyreek Hill these last few seasons. Garrett Wilson, solid receiver, but still not giving what Devonta Smith gives. T. Higgins, respectable. I can put T. Higgins and Devonta Smith in the same class. Brian Thomas Jr., very solid up-and-coming receiver, but only did it for 1 season, so I need to see more. You can't say that a person that has done it in 1 season is better than somebody who's been doing it for 4 seasons now. And then again, Drake London, solid receiver. I still think that Devonta Smith is better than Drake London. Malik Neighbors, very, very fine young receiver. But he did it in 1 season. We need to see more from him. And I don't know. It's just looking at this list. It got me somewhat confused because I don't see how you can watch what's on tape. You can see the stats that a player shows, and you still rank him 17th. You still rank him 17th going into the 2025 season. But how do you all feel? Supporters, let me ask y'all, how do y'all all feel about this ranking? Where did they get it right? Where did they get it wrong? Is it okay? Would you leave it like it is? Let me know down in the comment section. But I don't want to hold you all up. Thank you for coming to check out our content as always. To our loyal supporters, thank you for rocking with us and staying in there with us. To our new supporters, welcome to the community and the family. Look, make sure to continue to like these videos. It helps with the visibility in the algorithm. Don't forget to flood those comment sections. Also, share and subscribe to the channel and community. And last but not least, don't forget to turn on the notification bells, also known as the Liberty Bell looking thingy, so you don't miss when Swoop comes out with the Eagles news and updates. All right. Again, happy Sunday to everyone. I hope that you all thoroughly enjoy the rest of this day and that you have an amazing start to this beautiful week that we have coming up. But if you don't know, I go by Mr. Owns, and this is the Main Thing podcast, where we keep the main thing, the main thing, from action-packed to jam-packed. When it comes to the birds, just like the city of Philly, I always got your back. All right, look, y'all, until next time.
I was gonna make a lot of money doing what I wanted to do. I went after it, and it was a struggle to achieve it. But you know what? I caught that bitch. Dream chasing.